Ology is available in a variety of shapes. This video is to show the installation of 90-degree desks, or 120-degree also applies. Please refer to the assembly direction for the recommended tools for installation. Clean the floor or table being used for assembly. Unpack the work surface and place it upside down on a cardboard or shipping blanket. Unpack both leg assemblies and attach the cantilever covers and spacer to the legs. Note, don't install the back cantilever cover if an integrated rail or modesty panel has been specified. Using the pilot holes and the Phillips head screws, secure one leg to the underside of the work surface. Using the pilot holes, place both spacers on the underside of the work surface. Next, locate the frame tubes and motor cables. Route two motor cables, one long and one short, through the hole in the side of the first frame tube and feed the ends of the cables through until they come out the ends of the frame tube. Feed the flexible grommet over the ends of the two motor cables and secure on the opening in the side of the frame tube to prevent damage to the motor cables. Orient the frame tube so the hole and the cables are near the corner leg. Attach the end of the long motor cable to the end of the motor cable in the leg assembly. Feed the end of the frame tube into the opening in the leg assembly until it bottoms out. Note that if the tube will not bottom out, loosen the plates on the leg assembly that go around the frame tube. Attach the end of the short motor cable in the frame tube to the end of the motor cable in the corner leg assembly. Feed the first end of the corner leg assembly into the opening in the frame tube until it bottoms out. Using 8 Phillips screws and the pilot holes, mount the corner leg assembly to the work surface. Secure the first frame tube and the corner leg assembly together using 4 6mm Allen screws. Route the remaining long motor cable through the hole in the side of the second frame tube and feed the end of the cable through until it comes out at the end of the frame tube. Feed the flexible grommet over the end of the motor cable and secure on the opening in the side of the frame tube to prevent damage to the motor cable. Orient the frame tube so that the hole and the cable are toward the corner leg. Feed the end of the frame tube onto the remaining end of the corner leg assembly until it bottoms out. Secure the second frame tube and the corner leg assembly together using 4 6mm Allen screws. Locate the second leg assembly. Attach the end of the remaining motor cable in the second frame tube to the end of the motor cable in the second leg assembly. Feed the remaining end of the frame tube into the opening in the second leg assembly until it bottoms out. Using the provided pilot holes and the Phillips head screws, secure the second leg to the underside of the work surface. Using the 6mm Allen driver, tighten each side of the leg assemblies around the frame tubes. Tighten the 8 screws on the frame tubes around the corner leg assembly. Place the control box near the corner assembly on the side of the desk the controller will be placed. Attach the end of one motor cable to the port labeled 1. Attach the end of the second motor cable to the port labeled 2. Attach the last motor cable to the port labeled 3. Finally, attach the controller cable to the control box using the port labeled A1. Using 2 Phillips screws, mount the control box to the underside of the work surface. Please note that if additional features have been specified, wait to mount the control box until all other features have been installed. Place the control box near the controller and the power source to ensure adequate cord relief. Next, determine the location of the controller on the underside of the work surface. Mount the controller using the provided pilot holes and Phillips screws. Note that the controller can be placed on the left or right side. Be sure to consider the location of the controller from the point of view of the end user. If installing the up-down controller, snap the screw cap onto the controller. Next, mount the controller cable manager to the underside of the work surface. Place the controller cable in the opening and fold the manager over top of the cable. Align the manager to the pilot hole and use one square drive screw to secure to the work surface. Note that multiple cable managers are provided for additional cable management, however, only one pilot hole is provided. If no additional features need to be installed, double check all screws are securely attached. Plug in the main power cord into the port labeled AC. You must synchronize the Ology desk. To do this, plug the main power cord into a power source and press the down button for up to 5 seconds. The lifting columns will give a small up-down movement to verify synchronization. With the help of a partner, flip the completed desk right side up over the back edge of the desk to avoid damaging the controller. Use the glides to level the desk front to back and side to side. Finally, leave the user guide and troubleshooting guide behind for the end user. Place in a visible area. Please note that if not set up properly, this product could cause serious injury due to pinch points between moving desk parts and other objects. Verify the height adjustment range is free from obstructions above and below the work surface within the range of travel. Make sure there is a 1-inch minimum gap between all work surface edges and adjacent furniture, panels, or walls. Also note that in base-only applications there are additional risks of injury, improper use, and property damage related to what work surface is used. There are important dimension limitations, fastener requirements, and other factors that must be considered for safety. Please reference the specification guide and assembly directions for more information about these factors and other important details.